Hi friends, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. Here today at the HK booth at SHOT Show with my friend Gina Roberts. She is a founding board member of the San Diego County Gun Owners and a member of the DC Project and a Second Amendment advocate out of San Diego, California, the San Diego County area. That's a lot to talk about. She's got a unique story and I want to talk to her about it. MagTech has maintained their high quality during the ammo panic and ramped production to the max. Their ammo is the only ammo I run on the range because of its performance and reliability. I recommend MagTech wholeheartedly. So Gina, tell us, I think that you have a very unique story and a very unique advocacy. So tell us about you.
Well, I'm one of those, Diana Mueller calls me her unicorn.
A unicorn, okay.
I'm a transgender woman, very conservative, which is very not well received, shall we say, in the LGBT community.
Okay, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. I'm her representative, her LGBT representative on the DC Project, California State Director for the DC Project, and the gun world is my family. You know, these people have accepted me more than just about anybody in the world.
Okay, whoa, back up now, back up. We got to talk about that a little bit. And so okay, I think we have a thing to say here because every human is a multifaceted, complex individual. But I think we tend to get, flattened to 2D or 1D even into we're this. Yeah, we're a dot. And I think that's a big mistake. Like, no, we're all complex, multifaceted humans. And so now you said you found more acceptance in the Second Amendment community for who you are than you have for your politics and ideals in the LGBT community.
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
Does that surprise you guys? I think it kind of surprises me, to be honest with you.
Those really accepting people in the LGBT community?
Well, so I have friends across that spectrum, and I have friends who are LGBTQ, and I'm down, whatever. You don't have to love guns to be my friend, whatever. Have you found a lot of pushback being an openly trans woman in the 2A community?
No.
No?
Not at all.
That's amazing.
No, I ran for NRA board once, and it was, nobody was arguing about that, and it was kind of cool because when I was talking to a lot of the board members, they were like, yeah, you do kind of represent a pretty cool demographic that we don't have represented.
You're a unicorn.
Back to that unicorn thing. Maybe I do need that sparkly, pointy thing on my forehead.
Everybody, I've got cat ears. You could do the unicorn hat. Tell me why you decided to be a founding board member of San Diego County Gun Owners, because we have a great relationship with them, and we've come out and done classes.
I got involved. It was really funny because I've been a Second Amendment advocate since pretty much I knew there was a Second Amendment.
Okay. Just something you grew up with?
Yeah. No, my parents were actually pretty anti-gun.
Okay.
My dad was much less so, but.
Did you grow up in Southern California?
I grew up in Southern California. The biggest fight my parents had was whether or not they would allow me to be on the rifle team in high school.
Okay.
My mom was saying no, and my dad was like, this is the one thing I'm going to put my foot down because that was my sport.
That's what you like to do.
That's what I like to do, and so that was kind of my start. And about when I was in high school, I was like, I started studying civics and the Second Amendment. I'm like, yeah, Second Amendment's important, and so I've just always been that Second Amendment advocate. And I remember in high school I did a debate about the Second Amendment. Obviously, I was on the good guy side.
Yeah.
And kicked bottom. And it was funny when I met my first spouse. She had to do the same thing, and she was a little younger than I was in her high school. And back in these days, I gave her my 1911 Colt, and we got it signed into the school. So she actually put it on the table and said,
it was a different time. We signed her 1911 into the school.
And it was like, let's see if it jumps up and hurts anybody.
Right.
So that was a fun experience too, and for her especially. But it's just been that ever since I can remember. And in San Diego, I got involved with Michael. I'd known Michael for about 11 years when he was working with the NRA and stuff. And so when I transitioned, which he said, hey, you'd be the perfect person to be my representative of the Log Cabin Republicans. What are the Log Cabin Republicans? And I find out they were the LGBT wing of the Republican Party.
Okay.
And so I went and did that for him. And it got me back into politics completely. I'm now on the executive committee of the San Diego County Republicans. party.
Okay.
And but when Michael decided it was time to stop giving our local money to the state and the national organizations and form San Diego County Governors, he said, I want you to be part of the first team. And I'm like, I'm in.
Well, and you guys have made some big strides in San Diego County.
We're doing good. We've got a long way to go, but if we weren't there, it would be way worse.
And now it's shall issue in San Diego County.
Pretty much. Shall issue with caveats.
With caveats.
But,
I mean, it takes forever.
Much better. You know, it's possible now.
Right.
It wasn't possible, and that was purely a San Diego County government.
Yeah. And do you find that you get some access in a liberal political environment like California because of who you are? Or is it no, you're a Republican, so heck off?
It's funny. When I go to D.C. with the D.C. project and I went to Sacramento the week before they closed it. And if they have a trans flag or an LGBT flag out in front of their office, I just walk in and start talking to them, and they're, oh yeah, oh you're one of us, and I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about the Second Amendment.
And they go, wait, what?
And so it's been kind of an interesting door opener, you know, and kind of a back door opener, but I mean, it's kind of a, you know, it's not something that I want to just take advantage of, but it just happens to be something that's there. And
Well, it's
access.
Yeah, I think we could all stand to understand each other a little bit better and to recognize that, listen, every human is multifaceted and complex, and I don't like forced teaming. And so listen, if we agree in this one area, let's work together in this area. We don't have to agree in other areas. Let's work together in this area. And that's across all political spectrums. If you follow me, ASP has no political positions whatsoever, except for we are absolutists in the right to keep and bear arms. That's it. Full stop. I have other political positions like everyone else, right? I'm as a person, I'm kind of a wackadoodle libertarian, to be quite honest with you.
I'm actually probably right there with you.
Yeah,
on a lot
well,
of things, but,
and so, you know, I think that we got to do a better job than that. And so, I know, of course, in San Diego County, right? Go be a member of San Diego County Gun Owners. If you're not a member of San Diego County Gun Owners in San Diego, you're wrong. Fix it. How about
I like this man.
Listen, I come out to San Diego County every year and we teach classes, and I believe in it. I moved to Phoenix from San Diego. I got family in San Diego, so I got roots there, right? I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
And you came out normal?
Yeah, well, it's quasi.
Okay.
And so, but at a larger level, how do you get involved in something like the DC project, Gina?
DC project, well, it's really cool because we got the opportunity now. We're building a California state version of DC project, which I'm theoretically the director of. I'm working hard on. I've been kind of backing off on it a little bit because I don't want to get people all fired up and not be able to go see our legislators, because we do have a lot of statewide organizations that do a lot of good lobbying. But to do what DC Project does best, we need to get in front of legislators, get our stories out, and let people know that Moms Demand Action doesn't represent female gun owners.
Right.
And so we're the counter voice for that. But right now, they locked up California state capitol again.
Yeah.
So the only way you can see your local legislators is at home when they're there, and if they'll take an appointment. So I'm building that, so you can go to dcproject.info on the web /join, and say it has a little form to fill out, and then about 2 days later I get an email from them to contact you and get you involved. It's mostly women. We do like having a few guys around to do some of the heavy lifting and the grunt work. No.
Yeah.
And a lot of the ladies' husbands are just absolutely as committed as they are.
Sure.
And,
but if you're in California, there's a strong Second Amendment supportive group in California. It's not, a wasteland of gun control.
No, it isn't.
Unfortunately, at the legislative level, it feels that way.
Yeah, because San Francisco, LA, and now San Diego pretty much run the legislature.
Yeah, but you can get involved on that level. You can get involved at a national level. DC Project needs some good stuff, and again, I think our big message today. Listen, I'm a multifaceted person, and there's probably stuff about me you don't like, but that doesn't mean we can't work together, right? Gina, I just want to say thank you for your advocacy for the Second Amendment and for being willing to be my friend.
That was the hard stretch.
And, I mean,
But it's that old Reagan's rule about an 80%
match is good enough.
80% makes you a friend, not a 20% traitor.
That's it. There it is.
Oh, we love you, John. You do great work. I appreciate everything you're doing for the community, too.
So, Californians, go get involved. San Diego County folks, go get involved. Everyone in the U.S., go get involved.